Hi everyone, I hope you're well. This is CoinsKid, just going to dive into Bitcoin, big got a CoinsKid cruise. So I've noticed that a lot of crypto videos are not getting that much attention at the moment. Less videos are going viral, the view counts are down and things like that. And that's always indicative that potentially we are kind of nearing the bottom, if not at the bottom, because people lose interest, and this is where people that pay attention make money, because if you're buying the fear, you're buying the blood, and you're buying the depression, regardless of whether or not this is the bottom right now, these sort of areas where people switch off and get bored, this is where people that stick around for the long haul, 1 year, 2 years from now, theoretically Bitcoin from this price tag here, even if it dumps from here to 12k, 7k, whatever, we should theoretically be higher than we are today, because that's the cycle of Bitcoin and crypto. So anyone that's paying attention to these videos, and not just my videos but other people's videos out there as well related to crypto, they could reap the fruits of that labor, basically, of sticking with the channels that we all post content on this YouTube and everything like that, and the crypto content and the channels, the people that are sticking here, watching it day to day, learning and educating and sticking with the space, and going through all this fear and blood and nasty stuff, which has happened many times before for the crypto markets here. Those people that don't get shaken out are those people that are going to reap the rewards. And personally, I did stick around in the previous massive bear market 2018. I stuck around, I got my head down, I educated myself, I learned about these projects, I learned about the technicals, I learned about the science and things behind all these projects, and like a light bulb going off in my head, I got really bullish on Bitcoin. But I was equally researching other opportunities, because I could clearly see Bitcoin, fantastic, great, but where the money's to be made is in the altcoins. So what I did was take a risk in the previous bear. Okay, on the very bottom just there, I started to get into a project called Chainlink, and I got in at the floor on that particular project, around about 17 cents I think my initial buy-in was, which was amazing, and I rode it all the way up, and obviously you take profits and things like that, but and accumulate more and things, and this is it. It's a long haul game for me, and like I've always said to you, this is a particular project that I've always bought for my children, for my nieces and nephews and things like that, and I've got a long-term sort of interest in crypto, and I do think that this particular space is evolving, okay, regardless of the ups and downs. I think it's an amazing space, and there's going to be opportunity going forward for everyone that sticks around in these kind of horrible times where it gets really bearish, everyone's really fearful and doubtful and things like that, and people keep saying it's going to go lower and lower and lower and lower until the depths of despair and things like that. The people that stick around are the ones that reap rewards, in 1 to 2 to 3 years or whatever, and then people will say you got lucky. Well, no, I stuck around. I got my head down. I educated, and I self-educated, and I just kept researching, and you keep bashing down that door, and then you get to places, don't you? So anyway, just keep educating yourself. Find projects. I mean, there's so many projects in crypto. It's mind-boggling. Okay, and I can't obviously cover them all, but there's thousands of them, and some are better than others, and some are just scams, and some, just pyramids and things like that. But the main one I try to cover, obviously, is Bitcoin. XRP is an amazing project, I think, and Chainlink, obviously, and Ethereum. All the top dogs have always been here. BNB is a fantastic project, best exchange in the world, things like that. Doge, I don't know what to think about Doge, to be honest with you. Is it a meme coin? Who knows? But Elon Musk really likes it, so we've got to pay attention to it. And the other thing as well, if you're looking for opportunity, I always think this, market capitalization is always one of the first things that I look at. So, for example, if you're coming on board and you're thinking, I want to make some money in the space over the next few years, then you look at market capitalization here, 318 billion. So if this goes to another trillion, you've got 3x. Okay, so potentially $1 trillion market cap, another 3x on that. So, if you look at Ethereum, if that goes to 1 trillion, you've got what you got now, almost over a 5x. So immediately you can say Ethereum is more popular going forward long term as an investment for me than Bitcoin. Okay, but I do cover Bitcoin, obviously, and then some of these lower caps like Chainlink, what it's trying to do, if you research it, the space it's trying to sort of tap into, the long game of Chainlink for me, I think this could potentially be $1 trillion easily, in over the next 10 to 15, 20 years if things go right for this particular project. So look at the growth potential between that and that. So this is why I always say to you, the upside potential of some of these projects, the likes of Chainlink and XRP and things like that, are absolutely far greater as a potential growth than what Bitcoin is right now. But I always show you Bitcoin because I'm just trying to show you the health of the market, basically. If Bitcoin's healthy, the rest of the market's healthy. Now, one thing that we did here for Bitcoin when we did dump through the FTX, we lost the low on Bitcoin, okay, and we potentially, I see a lot of people saying we've capitulated and things like that, that's it, the bottom's in, we're looking at some Wyckoff spring and things like that. Well, obviously we need to see the follow through, we need to see the break of resistance, falling back to support, structure, Elliott wave up, Elliott wave down, things like that. We just need to carve out impulsive and corrective waves up and down that don't lose the lows, basically, before we can get really bullish again and start to take out key resistances and close above EMAs and things like that, until we can jump up and down and screaming at the bottom's in. We could all guess and say that was the bottom, but we don't know yet. But one thing that's happening here in this particular big drop that Bitcoin went through earlier this month with the FTX scandal is a lot of these coins here never lost the lows. Now, the very same thing happened at the bottom of the last bear, the big depression in 2018, which I remember really well. Chainlink bottomed mid-year, Bitcoin bottomed end of year, but Chainlink never lost that bottom, and a very similar thing has happened right now for Chainlink. So we're coming towards the end of the year, Bitcoin potentially bottomed in November, possibly, who knows, and Chainlink's not bottomed. It's already bottomed earlier mid-year like it did in 2018. So it's a possibility, and it's something we definitely need to keep an eye on going forward. Now, if this thing starts to ramp up, starts to take out key resistance, I think we've got $9 on Chainlink, then before Bitcoin even creates a structure, we could begin to see the structure of bottoms in other charts, especially on Chainlink. So let's keep an eye on Chainlink going forward. Like I said to you, I think it's an amazing project. It's a good opportunity going forward. Not hopium. Obviously, it's a risk. Everything's a risk. It was a risk to me buying it at 17 cents at the bottom of the last bear. That's basically all I've got to say today. I'll be back tomorrow. I'm trying to watch all the World Cup games and things like that. I'll try and get another Bitcoin update out to you, possibly today if I can, on some trade setups. But for me at the moment, Bitcoin is looking a little bit overcooked on the 1 hour. You're creating bearish divergences. There's a possible retracement that needs to come in for Bitcoin going forward, okay? Hope you enjoyed that update. Stay healthy, stay strong, stay tuned. And thank you for support. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.